Conserving resources. It is not. Still we read. Mona had a nightmare. She dreamed that all the water on the earth had dried up and all the trees cut down. All water dried up and all trees cut down. There was no shade and nothing to eat or drink. People were suffering and roaming around desperately looking for food and shade. She told her mother about the dream. Amma, can this really happen? She asked. Who asked? Mona. Amma replied, yes. If we are not careful, then even renewable resources can become very scarce and the non-renewable one can definitely get exhausted. Exhausted means finished. Then the non-renewable also finish. And renewable source, it is very scanty, less amount. Scarcity means scanty amount, less amount. What can we do about Raju asked? Lord replied Amma. We have to do a lot of things. Using resources carefully and giving them time to renew is called resource conservation. Resource conservation is what? We use resources carefully and giving them time so that they can be renewed. Like water and soil, it will take some time to renew. Balancing the need to use resources and also conserve them for the future is called sustainable development. Means we are balancing our resources. We use only to our requirement, not in a much amount. Only limited amount we use resource and conserve for our future. It is called sustainable development. There are many ways of conserving resources. Each person can contribute by reducing consumption, recycling, and reusing. So remind we have to remember 3 R. R. Not a movie name. Natu Natu song. Natu Natu. Not here RRR means not a film name. It is first reduce. We consume less amount like for drinking water, for washing our hands and that what we use less amount of water as much as possible. While brushing our teeth, we um, we off the shower of the pipe, then we or use limited amount of water while brushing teeth. It will occur. Not opening the pipes. First, reduce. Then, recycle. Recycle means when you write down your notebook in a class, then in the next class that notebooks are not required. So you sell them and that the what song? The rag pickers. The person are called as rag pickers. They will collect the papers and recycle them. Paper is also recycled. Do you know or not? Paper is also recycled. So we will recycle and reuse. Again reuse. Again like that we reduce plastic consumption because plastic is a major problem for our environment. So we use plastic and polythene, reduce. Then what we will do? Recycle. For recycling it will be sent. Then we reuse. Ultimately it makes a difference because all our lives are linked. That evening, that evening, the children and their friends made packets and shopping bags out of old newspaper. Then the paper children made newspaper packet. Like we use polythene bags, they use packet in paper. Discarded clothes and basket from bamboo stick. We will give a few to every family we know, said Mona. Mona said that we will distribute these packets to every family so that they use it. After all, it is for a good cause, says Mustafa, to save our resource and to keep our earth alive. I am going to be very careful to waste paper, said Jessie. Not to waste paper. That means Jessie said that I will not waste paper. Many trees are cut down to make paper because for making paper, many trees are cut down. So you will speak that, oh, that's a good idea. That means our exam will not also happen because exam question is made in question paper. So for that paper, so many trees are cut down. So if there will be no exam, there will be no exam. It will be good or bad? Good. For you it is good, but it is not. It is not good for a student. Exam that tree may be cut down, but paper is required for exam. As we will see that electricity is not wasted in my house. Mustafa said that while in our house, I will care that the electricity is not wasted. When you are not in home, you switch on the light, you use the fan, moving. It will be when you also care that no much electricity is consumed. Excess electricity is consumed, not required. Electricity comes from water and coal. As the electricity comes from water and coal, renewable and non-renewable sources, that whatever that may be, but we conserve them. Then what is there? I will make sure that water is not wasted at home, said Asa. Every drop of water is precious because every drop is precious, important. Together we can make a difference. Rouse the children. Children say that together we can make a difference. There are some of things Mona, Raju and their friends did. What about you? Now they take steps that they did not they did not use much electricity or unnecessary electricity. They consume water. They use less amount of uh, electricity, water, coal, whatever. They will conserve every resource. So how you are going to help our environment, conserving resources? We have also planned, and like that you will consume less water, use not to waste electricity, and recycle your notebooks, old notebooks that is not required, not to throw them in the drain or in dustbin. You collect them and send for recycle. From today onwards, you will do that. Collect that means you will not waste your notebooks. Used notebook, you will recycle them. The future of how recycle? By giving to rag pickers. There are persons who will give that rag pickers. You will get some 2 rupees or 5 rupees and you will eat chocolate. But that paper will be recycled. The future of our planet and its people is linked with our ability to maintain and preserve the life support system that nature provides. So we have capacity to maintain the resources available, and we preserve for whom? For our next generation, so that they can also use it. It is our to ensure that all uses of renewable resources are sustainable. Sustainable means it will be we will use in limited amount and we will conserve them for our future generation. It is sustainable. The diversity of earth, the diversity of life on the earth is conserved. That means uh, all in the diversity, different kind of species, different species of plants, animals, they will live on earth. It will not, our activity must not harm their life. Like if we will build rooms, buildings in the forest area, jungle area, then the forest animals where they would live. They would come to villages, so it is not good for an environment. The damage to natural environment system is minimized. Will the damage, whatever we will do that environment system, it will be minimized. Will not damage any natural system, the natural resources. Some principle of sustainable development. It is important for your exam point of view. Sustainable development. First, respect and care for all form of life. First, respect and care for all living organisms. Like a small ant to big elephant. Improve the quality of human lives. Quality of human life means there will must be awareness that not to waste the resources. Conserve the earth's vitality and diversity. Vital means important, most important factor. Without that, the earth cannot sustain. That means if the uh, frogs were not there, then snakes how will they will live? Snakes will not live in the absence of frogs. So frogs are important. Snakes are also important. So all are important for us. Conserve the earth's vitality and diversity. There are different kind of dog, animal, plant kingdom. So we have to maintain that diversity. No kingdom will be vanished or will be lost, extinct in our environment. Minimize the depletion of natural resources. We use natural resources depletion. Depletion means loss of the natural resources that are being lost. We will minimize that. Change personal attitude and attitude towards the environment. Personal attitude will change and practices that our activity will change. How you can say that when you go to market, you go by bicycle or by walking, not by scooty. Even your parents, if they will go to market by bike or scooty, by two wheeler, you will deny that suggest that no, go by cycle or go by walk. Please requesting your parents. It will be a good idea. Or if we are going to a place, we can use public goods or like that. When you are going to school, Kinchal going to school and Kaushik also going to school. If you go with your parents, single, you go with your parents with bike and she goes with his parents by scooty. So there is much more carbon dioxide release. If you will use a bus, school bus, you're there is, so in school bus many students are going to school and it will be conserve our, it will be reduce the carbon dioxide amount. Enable communities to care for their own environment. Awareness. You have to create awareness among your society, among your neighbors, that they also minimize the use of resources. Minimize. It is finished now. We will discuss the chapter. Question answer. Why are resources distributed unequally over the earth? Because of their visibility, their feature, location, according to location topography, it is unevenly distributed. Because some place is near the sea, some place near the desert. Why is resource conservation? What is resource conservation? We just discussed here that using resources carefully and giving them time to get renewed is called resource conservation. Then why are human resources important? Because if human was not there, then the resource cannot be utilized. Human utilizes its technology, its intellectuality to use the resources with some special technologies. What is sustainable development? We described some principles of sustainable development. We write down this. Which one of the following does not make substance a resource? We already decided utility is required because without use we cannot say a substance a resource. Value, value is also important. Quantity. Answer is quantity. Which one of the following is a human-made resource? Human-made resource what? Is medicine to treat cancer. Complete statement. Non-renewable resources are those who has a limited stock. Activity. रहीमान पानी रखिए बिना पानी सब सुन पानी गए ना उबरे मोती मानुष चुन. That means Rahim said that keep water as without water there is nothing. Without water pure swan dove cannot exist. That means if there will be no water, then there will be no sea, and if there will be no sea, then there will be no moti or pure. Yes or not? Yes. So water is important. Pani is important for all living organisms. It is a message for conserving water, conserving resources. Thank you. If you have any doubt, do that question in comment section.